poppin'? It's your boy Smiddat, Urltv.tv, you know what I'm saying? Real quick, man, I just wanted to do this blog to update everybody with, you know what I'm saying, the whole Summer Madness 3, you know what I'm saying, situation, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure everybody know about the situation with Hoffa and Sirius Jones, so I just wanted to talk and just let the people know how I feel about the situation, you know what I'm saying? Before I start, I just want all the fans to know that, you know, we don't condone that type of behavior here at the URL. We don't support it, no way, shape, or form. And, you know what I'm saying, at this point forward, you know what I'm saying, as it stands right now, math is definitely banned for the URL, and, you know what I'm saying, won't be able to participate in, you know what I'm saying, none of the URL events just due to, you know what I'm saying, the situation that happened and the liability that it may bring to, you know what I'm saying, our business, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate because, you know what I'm saying, that's my brother at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I don't hate math, you know what I'm saying? I just hate what he did, you know what I'm saying? You know, we gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, definitely, you know, hold our emotions when, you know what I'm saying, we performing, you know what I'm saying? This is a league, this is an art form, and, you know what I'm saying, when you're a battle rapper, you're supposed to be professional, like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I know things can get, you know, kind of, you know, real frustrating at times when you up there, but that's part of the sport. And if you can't handle, you know, a punchline or, you know, a character of an opponent that you're battling, then you really don't need to be battling on, you know what I mean, the URL or anywhere or anybody's stage, because, you know what I mean, that conduct is definitely not going to be, you know what I mean, acceptable to the fans or, you know what I'm saying, to the world. Yeah, and I just hope that, you know what I'm saying, Hoffa behavior on that night at Summer Madness 3 don't hinder or, you know, don't interrupt no future endeavors or no future opportunities for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a bad person. I just thought that, you know what I'm saying, he just lost control, you know what I'm saying, at the wrong time. You know, I felt real disrespected that had to happen, you know what I'm saying, on my stage, on my league, just due to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, my team and myself worked, you know what I mean, for so many years to build this platform up. You know what I'm saying? We had a stage where we got, you know, actors, you know, professional athletes, you know what I mean, hip-hop moguls coming to our venues, coming and participating in our events. And, you know, to do that in front of the world, you know what I mean, just basically leaves a bad mark on, you know what I'm saying, our brand. You know what I mean? And we work countless hours. We go try to shop and find venues to put y'all in, and, you know, we work, you know, and spend a lot of money just investing into, like, you know, elevating, you know what I mean, the look and the production of, you know, the events that we shoot, just to give you guys a good look. And this is what you do to, like, you violate our whole shit. Like, I just feel that shit is just not right. I don't like it, you know what I'm saying? I feel violated, and that's just how I feel. Like, a lot of y'all, I think that y'all don't really know what this URL platform is for. You know what I'm saying? When we built this platform for MCs, for up-and-coming MCs, to basically showcase their talent, to link up with, you know what I'm saying, other MCs in different markets, so y'all could, you know what I mean, do music together, do tapes together, you know what I mean, tapping each other's fan base in different cities and shit like that, you know what I mean, so we could travel the country and just, you know, basically have our own industry within the hip-hop culture. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see a lot of dudes, like, you know, disrespecting me, disrespecting the organization, like the Hitman situation, you know what I'm saying? Hitman, I got love for Hitman, you know what I'm saying? I see Hitman grow, you know what I'm saying? I always supported him from day one since I met him, you know what I'm saying? The situation with the Khan and the Hitman battle is just that, you know, we did a battle out in St. Louis, you know what I mean, which was the Verb and Arsenal battle, you know what I'm saying? We had a sponsor that, you know what I mean, jumped behind that particular battle, and, you know what I'm saying, we wanted to get it out as quickly as possible so we could have another budget to basically open up, so we could make a whole nother event happen that we was trying to plan for October. But, like, you know what I'm saying, he felt some type of way because his battle didn't come out, or we shot the Verb and Arsenal battle after his battle, so he felt that his battle should have came out, and he went on a rant threatened me on Twitter talking about Bird the Mother if Smack dropped the Arson Bird battle before my battle, you know what I mean, word to his flag, you know what I'm saying, he gonna have a fucking problem. I just felt so disrespected, I felt hurt, you know what I'm saying, because I always showed them love, you know what I'm saying, I always, you know what I mean, I flew him out here different times when he wasn't on cards, put him on a DVD with the Farrah funeral and Shuni battle, like, I push him, I try to keep him out there as much as possible in any way I could, just to, you know what I mean, build up and big up his brand. And for him to come at me like that with those particular words, I just felt was too disrespectful. I got a little bit emotional when I held the battle. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to tolerate that type of disrespect from anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, where I'm from, I don't know what it is out there, but like if somebody say word to their flag, like I'm not in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot of family members that's in that lifestyle. I got a lot of homies that, you know what I mean, used to be in that lifestyle. But like where we from, when you say word to your flag, it's like you better eat food or you gonna be food. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's how serious that's the mentality of that type of quote. And for him to use those words against me, somebody that's been supporting him from day one of his career, I just got kind of mad and I felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm human at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm paying motherfuckers, I'm flying motherfuckers all around the country, putting them up, you know what I'm saying? Just so they can have a platform where they can showcase their talent. Shit is crazy. I just felt hurt. So, you know, I ain't really get a chance to speak to him. I mean, we cleared the air a little bit, but he spoke to Bees and Chico, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't really get this chance to speak to him yet. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna have a conversation, but, you know, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, let the fan suffer and, you know, put, you know, the fan and his career in the middle of our personal, you know what I mean, differences and shit like that, because that'd be unfair. So we definitely gonna release that battle, and you know what I'm saying, I just, you know what I mean, I'm still gonna have a conversation with him. I don't know when yet, but we gonna talk, because I genuinely got love for these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand the character he is. Hitman's the type of nigga, if he don't get his way, he's flipping. You know what I'm saying? So if you catch him in that zone, he might see things that he might not mean. But to do that to somebody that's always been behind you, it's fucked up, dogs. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That shit just didn't sit right with me, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that, you know, everybody know that Daylight's a character, you know what I'm saying? You cannot believe one word this dude says, man. Like, he's a character, man. This is the same dude that dressed in a Ku Klux Klan suit, you know what I mean? Dressed up on stage like Batman, getting naked in a room full of men. Like, he's a funny guy. That's why we hired you, dogs. We wanted to bring that level of entertainment to our stage and see what creative way you could basically, you know, engage our fan base. But, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you basically, you know, want to portray a gangster image, you know what I'm saying? You running around outside the nightclub, you know what I'm saying, with the bandana on your head, with your shirt open, beating on your chest, talking about you got choppers and you got guns and motherfuckers could die. That negative shit, my nigga, is the shit that, you know what I'm saying, caused the demise of two of the greatest legends in hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no parts in my association. My associations don't want no type of dealings with that type of energy. So, you know what I'm saying? Since he didn't battle, you know what I mean, he got to run and try to make up stories and basically play and talk to the media about, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of fictional bullshit that happened. Like,
you see this shit, my nigga? They didn't even have me a hotel booked. Nah, I ain't got time for that.
Everybody that I book, you know what I'm saying, we get them hotel rooms. This is all contractual information. I could show you, you know what I'm saying, hotel records with his name on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we bought him a flight, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I could live past all the rumors, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, he know what it is, I know what it is, he know what happened, I know what happened, you know what I mean? You know, I can live past the rumors, but what I can't live past is the fact that, you know what I'm saying, his conduct, once again, you know what I'm saying, you know, before, you know what I mean, he could even get a chance to speak to somebody on, like, what's going on. He's outside the venue running around talking about him and his niggas got guns in the trunk and he could shoot this shit up and somebody could die.
If I don't get the rest of my money, on God in heaven, I'm gonna clap this shit up. Right now, if I don't get my money, watch this. Watch this.
I got club managers and club owners that I do business with outside the club looking at him like he's retarded, like, you know what I'm saying? And y'all want to understand why people don't want to, you know what I'm saying, rent venues to, you know what I'm saying, our culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't live past that, my nigga. Like, they talk about, you know, they for the culture and shit like that, but you got guns and you ready to shoot shit up, and you know what I'm saying, you got innocent fans and bystanders outside of the club trying to go home. He's not from out here. He don't even know the half. He don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? He don't even know who's who, what's what. Like, you understand what I'm saying? These dudes is young. You got to keep in mind, like, a lot of these dudes, you know what I mean, they got a lot of growing up to do, and they mature. Like, I don't even really speak to, I don't even know Daylight. I met him one time, went to LA, you know what I mean, chopped it up with him, you know what I'm saying, begged for the opportunity to come to the URL, told him we was gonna make it happen. We tried to make it happen for Summer Madness 3. A couple of fans was against it. A lot of fans was, you know, basically supportive of having and bringing him over here to the URL. So, you know what I'm saying, you know, it wasn't even me personally, like, you know what I'm saying, I work with, you know what I'm saying, a couple of people, and, you know, I take their thoughts into consideration as well when it comes to this movement. So, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, me personally, I don't know none of these, I ain't never talked to Daylight in any of the negotiations.
These niggas gotta pay me. On God in heaven, these niggas gotta pay me. A lot. A lot. I'm going in niggas' pocket. Ain't no nothing. Niggas gotta pay me.
He did that for $500, you know what I mean? Your battle, you was booked for $1,000, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even really bring this up because I'm not about, you know, pulling niggas' cars and putting niggas' business out there, but you're promoting fraudulent business, so, you know what I'm saying, you need to get exposed. I gotta expose. He got $500 that night. I gave him $500. I sent $500 on a deposit to him beforehand, on a signing and an agreement of him battling, and then the remaining balance of his purse was $500. That's why it was so mind-boggling to me. Why is this dude putting up a rant and a rage out in the streets of New York City for $500?
I got my money, I'm good. I got paid for not battling, I'm good. You will never see me over here ever
Max
again.
pass you the bread?
It's over with. It's over with.
I can't have you, you know what I'm saying, on the URL platform at this time neither, dogs. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's just too destructive. You know what I'm saying? It's too destructive, and, you know what I'm saying, it's fucking up money. We got sponsors, we got fucking investors in the building, we got club owners that, you know what I'm saying, allow us to do business in their venues that sees this image and think that this shit is real, because they don't, you know what I mean, got no way to distinguish if this shit is real or fake, dogs. We from the culture, we know this shit fake. All the real niggas know it's fake. But, you know what I'm saying, when you're doing business with, you know what I mean, different type of people, you gotta take that shit into consideration, dog. You know what I mean? Y'all fucking up money, man. Fucking up money. That's why, you know what I'm saying, it took me so long to motherfucking respond. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, we're gonna use this shit as a learning experience. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna want this, we ain't gonna let this one unfortunate situation hinder, you know what I mean, our future opportunities, and we're gonna grow. You know what I mean? We rolling. You know what I'm saying? We got some dope battle shot from SM3. They coming out very shortly. You know what I'm saying? I just spoke to John and JC. I just rescheduled their battle. We're gonna be releasing, you know what I'm saying, the information of the date of that event, you know what I'm saying, real soon. So, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna keep it moving. I don't wanna concentrate. I don't wanna talk about this shit no more. You're not gonna see me to respond to any of these niggas' blogs, because I'm not gonna participate in a circus, because I'm not a clown. I'm a grown fucking man with principles and morals. And we're gonna keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? Until then, y'all already know, man. Copy the format, copy style, but you can't copy respect. It's your boy Smrak, urltv.tv, signing out.